Hi friends, Namaskar Bondhura. Today in our lesson 6, we will start with one of the most difficult but important blocks of any language, that is the verbs. So let's get into it. It might be a little taxing, but stay with it. I'll try to make it as easy as I can. Now we already have seen this slide quite a few times. The verb form changes with the person, I, you, and he or she, not with the number, not with the gender, but it also changes with another thing, and that is the degree of formality. Now what is the degree of formality? In every language, depending on the person I am speaking to, or depending on the person I'm speaking of, what is their age, what is their relation to me, what is their station in life, we use different ways of addressing them. So in case of second and third persons, the degree of formality and the consequent changes in the sentence structure will come in. It of course does not come in when we speak of ourselves, because I can refer to myself in only one way. These are the personal pronouns we use in Bengali when we use the casual, semi-formal and formal ways of referring to others. Now you can note that we have been using the semi-formal structure till now, and we will continue to use this because this is the most used case. But just for your knowledge, you can have a look at the other ones, and if you want you can memorize them, but as of now there is not a need for you to memorize them. So we will start with the simple present tense verbs, and we will use the semi-formal pronouns. So the verb endings, this also you should probably commit to memory. For I and we, the verbs will end in E. For you, both singular and plural, the verbs will end in O. And for he, she and they, the verbs, depending on the root form, they will either end in A or I. Now let's take an example and explain this. Now that we know the verb endings, let's try to form the verbs. So the first sentence we started off with was Ami tomake bhalobashi. So you already know that in case of first person, I and we, it will be Ami bhalobashi and Amra bhalobashi. Now note that the verb is bhalobasha, and we change the ending to bhalobashi for the first person. For the second person, both singular and plural, we will change bhalobasha to bhalobasho. Tumi bhalobasho and tomra bhalobasho. For the third person, he, she and they, we will change the ending to bhalobashe. O bhalobashe and ora bhalobashe. Now these are all the verb endings which will happen if you want to use that particular pronoun. For example, with tui it becomes bhalobashish, with apni it becomes bhalobashen. So this is a comprehensive chart, but I don't suggest that you memorize it right away because it will be too taxing for a newcomer. I have just put it here so you know that there are different verb endings, but we will stick to the semi-formal version for the next few lessons, and once we have gained enough mastery, then we can look at the casual version and the formal versions. So this is a comprehensive list of the verb forms in the simple present tense for the root word bhalobasha. So for first person it doesn't change because I have only one way of addressing myself, and that remains ami and amra. So the verb form remains only and ends with e. For you, in the casual form it becomes bhalobashish. In the semi-formal form it becomes bhalobasho, and in the formal version it becomes bhalobashen, like apni bhalobashen, apnara bhalobashen. In case of the third person we see a similar pattern, but in this case the casual and the semi-formal versions are actually the same, so you need not memorize them separately. And also for the formal version the pronouns are different, but the verb forms are the same as the second person. So you can see it is apni bhalobashen, apnara bhalobashen, uni bhalobashen, and onara bhalobashen. So I guess that was a lot. So let's recap quickly. So verbs do change with the degree of formality. We have already seen there are many variants, but we will stick with the semi-formal one because that is the most useful part of the Swiss knife of verbs we have. And know your audience. If you see that you are going to talk to a very senior person, let's say who is your boss, and you do not know what is the formal version is, then probably you should stick to whatever the lingua franca is, maybe Hindi, English, or whatever language you are speaking in. Don't use the Bengali version in that case because they might take offense. Usually the casual version is used among friends or with kids who are like less old than you. So even if you use the semi-formal version with you, they won't mind it. So hence the semi-formal one will be the most useful of all the verb forms, so we will stick with that. So today's lesson name, Koto Bhalobashi, means how much I love you. It's the ending line of a Rabindra Sangeet called Kotobar Bhebechinu, which means how many times I have thought about it, and it goes something like this: Kotobaro bhebechinu apona bhuliya tomaro charone dibo hridayo khuliya কতবারো ভেবেছিনু আপনা ভুলিয়া. As you have probably already guessed, it's a song for making a proposal, and in this song it's the woman proposing to the man. So it's a really progressive song given that it was written some 100 years back. You should certainly check it out. For today's homework, I will ask you to listen to the song, check out the lyrics, check out the translation also. It's available online, and I'll give the links in the comments as well. So the homework is Bhalobashi comes twice in the song. So let me know which of the two instances you like more. That's it for today. Take care. সবাই ভালো থেকো. আবার দেখা হবে. We will meet soon.